Now, from 41 NBC Sports, it's time for Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the end zone. Brought to you in part by Raphael Tire Master and Edwards and Bullard Law with Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Justin Dirks.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the End Zone. I'm Bill Shanks from the Superstations. We are all in on the playoffs this week with the second round for the private schools, and after a week off for every team, the first round for the Georgia High School Association schools. Later on, Justin joins us with the game of the week, pairing two of our area teams for that big game of the week, Washington County at Dublin. Let's start with Stratford at home. Last week, the Eagles beat Calvary Christian 37-27. Tonight, Stratford welcome undefeated George Walton to Macon for a state semifinal game in Quad A in the GIAA. Here we go out to North Macon for the highlights of the Bulldogs and the Eagles, and let's get going. Sources say someone from Stratford shot this game for us. I should have checked on that. First possession, Jet Johnston. He's going to get a first down. Hell, he told you. Then same possession, Tucker Johnson can't find a pass. He's nearly going to get a first down, coming close. And now Johnston scrambling, looking. Johnston caught it. How does he do that? First down. Same possession, Aaron Jefferson drives in for the easy score. And it's 7-0. Eagles out on top. Now, first quarter late, Bulldogs. Zach Wolf finds a first down. Nice play right there. Same possession now. Back to pass. But guess what happens? Jet Johnston gets him an INT. And the Eagles get the ball back as he goes down finally. Same drive now. Jefferson is going to get another touchdown for the Eagles. It's kind of looking easy, isn't it? 21-0. Bulldogs have gotten possession now, and A.J. Dillard launches a long pass. Samuel Elvington, he's going to score for a touchdown, and they would go for the PAT, but watch this. Maddox Whitehead gets the block right there. That makes it 21-6 Stratford. Then third quarter, Eagles. George Dunn is going to kick a field goal, and that would make the score 24-6 at the end of the third quarter, and it was all Stratford. 33-6 the final. We'll tell you who the Eagles will play in the state championship next week a bit later on in our show. But what a win there for Stratford. That's called a tease right there in the biz. Now let's go to the GHSA. West Lawrence hosted Beach in a AAA first round game. Here come the Raiders on the field. Boy, they have had one heck of a year. Beach starts with the ball, but goes 3 and out and would punt it away as, well, they couldn't do anything. Raiders now with the ball, and Kason Pollock is going to air it out. Juvon Hill gets it down to the 5-yard line of Beach, and then the direct snap, Shannon Atkins, he will score the touchdown. Raiders get the early lead after the PAT by Duggan Malone. Now a punt, and it's going to be a good one by Beach down to the Raider 1-yard line. But you know, West Lawrence has this kid by the name of Ty Cummings. He came into the game leading the state in rushing with over 2,000 yards. How about adding 99 to it? Ty didn't have to play the second half, but don't tell anybody. He scored a long touchdown right there, and they had the extra point by Malone, and they're up comfortably. Next kickoff, muffed by the Bulldogs, resulting in a short field there for the Raiders. Raiders failed to get in the end zone, but Malone would come through and get it on the board with 3 more points right there. Now Beach trying to get something going, but they'd have to punt it away. Raiders get it back. Good field possession and the direct snap. Braylon Robinson gets down inside the 10. Robinson gets it again. Next play, punches it into the end zone right there. It's 24-0 by Malone, an extra point. Beach has to punt and gets it back for Pollock. The string to Evan Holmes. 6 more yards coming right there. Yeah, just an unbelievable game there for West Lawrence as they get another point, and it was all West Lawrence. How about 45-6 the final? They are now 11-0. They'll host Oconee County next Friday night. All right, up next, 2 games in Houston County as the Bears, the Demons start the playoffs. That and Tucker joins us with a playoff game in Macon. More of the End Zone coming up right after this.
It's time for more Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the End Zone. Brought to you in part by Raphael Tire Master and Edwards and Bullard Law with Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Justin Dirks.
We had two playoff games in Houston County tonight, and we start with the Bears hosting Creekview in a 5A first-round game. Houston County came in at 9-1 after a great regular season. Creekview is from Canton, Georgia. The Grizzlies were 5-5 this year, the number 3 seed from Region 6. Yes, the Bears and the Grizzlies tonight at HOCO. Here we go for the highlights down Highway 96 at Freedom Field we go. And the Bears up 14-7. Here's the play now by the Bears. Ryan Maxwell finds MJ Mathis. Big 24-yard completion there for first down as the first quarter comes to an end. And then a few plays later, second quarter, Austin Stinson finds his way in the end zone, but a timeout was called before the play happened. Sounds like Steve Spurrier angling for that in 1993. That's okay. Western Ard made the rushing touchdown, 21-7 Bears after the PAT. Creekview comes out in punting formation, and look at there. It's a block. Nice special teams play, setting up Ryan Maxwell, who is going to toss it to Colin Anderson, who's going to fumble, and then the refs would talk about it, and they say Jeffrey Thomas picked it up, and they scored it a touchdown eventually. The PAT would make it 28-7. We'll take it. Don't review it. After Creekview goes 3 and out on offense, Bears come back out onto the field, and it's, how about a pretty good long bomb? Ryan Maxwell to MJ Mathis, who fights his way into the, talking about fighting his way in the end zone. That's a physical assault, 35-7 after the PAT. Bears just dominating. Colin Anderson, watch this run. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. I can count like that. He's going to score. 63-yard touchdown, 42-7. Bears win it 59-14. They'll play Rome next Friday night. Over to McConnell Talbert Stadium as Warner Robins hosted Eastside from Covington in a Quad A first-round game. Here we go, the highlights, where, of course, it was a great night for football. Perfect weather, great crowd, of course, at the MAC. Here come the Demons now. First quarter ball snapped, almost fooled our cameraman, but he got it. Ball given to number 1, who we don't know who it is. Well, we're just going to call him number 1. A couple of plays later, ball snapped, McKevius Bryant, and he's going to throw it. Ezra Goings, he's going to catch it, and he's inside the 20 as the Demons are knocking on the door. Next play, Dante Stubbs gets closer to the end zone, right around the 6-yard line, and then on the next play, Jaden Hill. He gets it in there for the touchdown. How about that? Touchdown for the Demons. PAT is good, and it's 7-0. Now still in the first quarter, Eastside with the ball, and he's going to throw it, but Darius Shine is waiting for it in the red jersey, and he's got the INT. Warner Robins gets it back. A few plays later, Bryant launches it, and the unknown number 1. We'll find out your name, number 1, but you had a heck of a game. That's what's important. Your team won 14-0. Demons now with the ball here. Amon Sands is going to make a big play for Eastside. He's going to intercept it, and he's going to look a little too much behind him and slip. Whoops, that ain't good. A few plays later, Peyton Shaw looks for an open player. He's got it. Chase Jordan is the man who puts Eastside on the board, 14-7. That was the score then, and Warner Robins would go on to win it, 28-14. Demons will play Cartersville next week in round 2. Houston County teams did pretty good. Tucker's here now with a game in Macon where we kind of expected Northeast to do pretty well too, huh?
Yeah, you're giving me all these rematches. I like them though. It was a good one tonight, or a good, on paper anyway. I was looking forward to it. A rematch of a quarterfinal matchup last year. Northeast made the long trip up to Blue Ridge, home and home. Here now, the Rebels riding 3 hours down to Macon this season. Northeast handing Fannin County its first loss of the season in those quarterfinals last year. Tonight, the Raiders looking to advance to round 2 on their own turf. Rebels went 3 and out to open it up. Northeast goes to work on offense, and on the first play, Bam Glover chunks one deep. Courtney Williams sees through the grill smoke, goes up and gets it. Huge play for the Raiders to get things started. Then they go back to Williams on the ground. The junior picks up about 8, and why not give it to him again? Williams, same play, great block, and he does the rest, and he gets into the end zone. Extra point good, number 7. Gets the Raiders on the board, and it is 7-0. Fannin County goes 3 and out on its next drive, and then is punting. It's away. Williams is back there at his own 44, feels it, goes straight up. Oh, I'm gonna go to the left. And then look at this wall of Northeast blockers.
Wow, that's pretty cool right there.
Yeah, how about the whole team for it?
How about that?
And he scores. What a night. Have a night, Courtney Williams. His second score of the game, 56-yard punt return touchdown. And the Raiders are up 13-0. A little bobble on the snap on the extra point. Rebels back with it. First down. Cannon Holloway rolling to his right, trying to get to who I assume is his brother, Reed Holloway, but it's going the other way. Maurice Wilson with the interception for the Raiders, and they are in business inside Fannin County territory again. It's fourth down here. Woo, woo. Whoa, wow. Hey, he got it. And that's another first down. Guess who it is? Courtney Williams. Raiders on the move once again. And then Bam Glover gets one out there in the flat. This jersey grab is not good enough. And Tavares Tinsley Jr. scores another touchdown for Northeast. You kind of get the point here. Raiders score a few more times before the half. Second half didn't have as many points, but it's 41-0. Good score, Northeast. The Raiders now 2-0 all-time against Fannin County, and they will host Swainsboro next week, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Was that Frank in our highlights? I don't think I like his tone.
I didn't see him down there, but I'm sure he was somewhere close by.
Trying to get bowl ratings. Thank you, Tuck. We appreciate it. Our game of the week, Dublin and Waco, coming up right after this.
Highlights coming up on the End Zone. Tonight's catered meal for the End Zone crew is provided by Texas Roadhouse. It's time for more Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the End Zone, brought to you in part by Raphael Tire Master and Edwards and Bullard Law with Bill Shanks, Parker Sargent, and Justin Dirks.
The only game with two teams from our area playing each other tonight was in Dublin as the Fighting Irish hosted Washington County. These two teams played a region game back on September the 5th, and Dublin won it 14-7. Both teams came in with win streaks. Waco with a 3-game streak, while Dublin had won 4 in a row. Here's Justin now with our game of the week.
Well, thank you, Bill. That's right. This is the 50th all-time meeting between two rivals at a region matchups here. 14-7 was the score in week 4. Dublin got the win. Waco hungry for redemption in this one. Dublin has won 7 of the last 8, though, in this series. Dublin looking for another deep playoff run. Waco hungry for their first playoff win under fourth-year head coach Robert Edwards. QB Mac May on the first drive heaves it up to a wide-open X Miller. He wants that one back. Later in the drive, again, another deep ball off the play action. Wide open Cameron Kaysen, the sophomore defensive end, makes the catch. He bobbles it, and it's a fumble on the field. William Harris scoops it, and he takes this back 40 yards on the tough physical run. Great night from him. Dublin ball, and the Irish capitalize first. Trevion Bostic fights his way up the middle, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. He's dragged down inside the 5, and that sets up a punch in from Dontavius Cannon. Touchdown Irish. A missed PAT makes it 6-0 Dublin. Then Irish ball again, and another part of this three-headed dragon for this Dublin rushing game. Jamarcus Knight breaks off a huge run in Hawks territory to end the first quarter. And Dublin starts the second quarter off right here with pressure in his face. Jeff Davis hits up Bostic on the crossing route. That's money. Makes man miss. He goes in pay dirt for 6. House call makes it 13-0 Dublin, extending the lead. Irish with the ball again here in the second quarter. Handoff left goes to the freshman Vincente Bond Jr. Picks up a huge chunk of yards before being dragged out. There's a reason he averages 12 yards a carry. Then Davis scrambling around in the pocket, and he finds his man, Bostic, in the end zone for 23 yards. Touchdown. No receiving touchdowns from him all year, but he gets 2 in the first half. Give Dublin a 19-0 lead. Hawks looking to make something happen here. May scrambles left, playing yard ball. Go deep, connecting with Malik Carswell on the underthrown ball. Now in the red zone. Hawks looking to capitalize. Waco wants 6, but Mays, the ball goes through Jacarian Jones' hands and ends up in Knight's hands. One of the 2 picks on the night for him. And that goes to the half, 19-0. Second half, Waco driving big pass plays, including this one, a slant route to Aiden Watts. And that sets up a 4th down in the red zone. May floats one up to the corner for Watts with pressure in his face. Touchdown, Waco. What a drive from Watts. But they're still down 2 scores, ladies and gentlemen, and Dublin ain't letting them come back. Davis hits up a wide open Knight. Big night from Knight tonight. And a few plays later, Davis is going to sneak it in for 6 himself. Dublin touchdown extends the lead to 26-7. A Knight pick 6 and a Bennett Lake rushing score in the 4th finishes up this game 40-7. Irish advance to host Fitzgerald next Friday. Reporting from the Shamrock Bowl, Justin Dirks, 41 NBC Sports.
All 6 of our teams we featured tonight won at home. Pretty good. We got a ton of scores coming up right after this.
Get ready for the 41 NBC Fan Cam, sponsored by Ingleside Village Pizza. The 41 NBC Fan Cam, sponsored by Ingleside Village Pizza.
Georgia-Texas game will begin Saturday afternoon at 3:30 on the Superstations. Kickoff will be at 7:30. Then Sunday, the Falcons host the Panthers at 1. Listen on 93.1 FM in Macon and Rochelle, 105.9 FM in Warner Robins, and 98.3 FM all over Central Southeast Georgia. And listen online at thesuperstations.com. All right, here we go to the scoreboard now. Perry season is over. They lose tonight to North Oconee. They finished 4-7. They lose their last 4 games of the year. Peach County wins tonight over Cherokee Bluff 53-28. The Trojans are now 10-1. They'll be at Jenkins next week. Double-A now. Spoon Risper's career at Westside is over, 29-8. The final Seminoles finished the season at 3-8. Stevens County knocks out Crisp County. The Cougars finish 4-7. Single A Division I, Heard County knocks out East Lawrence. The Falcons finish 3-8. Also, Fitzgerald ends Ace's year, 42-9. The final score, Ace finishes 5-6. And of course, Fitzgerald plays Dublin, as we said earlier. A Division I still, Bleckley County advances. They're now 9-2. They will play Worth County next week after beating Jeff Davis tonight, 26-7. And Raven County knocks out Dodge. The Indians finish 7-4. Division II now in Single A. ECI knocks out the other Bulldogs, GMC, 63-7. GMC finishes 4-7 on the year. And Bowden over Wilcox County tonight, 42-7. The Patriots finish 7-4. Also in Single A Division II, Jenkins County knocked out Wilkinson County 38-27, and Lanier County loses to Sly County 55-33. Sly County will play Jenkins County next week. Charlton County knocks out Macon County. Bulldogs finish 5-6, and Brooks County knocks out Taylor County 24-6. The Vikings finish 7-4. McIntosh County loses big to Johnson County. The Trojans are now 11-0. They'll take on Brooks County next week. And Hawkinsville, how about them Red Devils? They're 9-2, and they will take on Lincoln County after beating Tryon by 3 points. GIAA, all right, Westfield loses to Deerfield Windsor tonight, 26-14, and that ends the Hornet season at 8-4. John Millage wins over Frederica, 35-7. So next week it will be John Millage and Deerfield Windsor at Mercer for the AAA title. Trojans are 10-1. GIAA also, you got Brookstone. They beat FPD, knocked out the Vikings 13-0. So it'll be Brookstone against Stratford next Saturday in the Quad A final at Mercer. And also Brentwood over Briarwood tonight, 42-14. Brentwood will play Southwest Georgia next Saturday in the AA state final at Mercer. All right, that's our broadcast for this week. We'll be back next Friday night with more playoff action. And remember, just watch us first. For now, I'm Bill Shanks, and for all of us at 41 NBC, good night.